All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people. Also, freedom all over the world, wherever you are joining us from today. You're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on all the activities happening in this Biafran territory. Please subscribe to Let's Talk TV and do not forget to continue to choose Let's Talk TV for all your informative information on as it happen for Biafra. Now, straight up to the issue on ground. Like I said, in the last video I posted concerning the incessant buying of Biafrans in Aba region, in Old Abia State, from the map of Biafra. Currently, a lot of innocent Biafrans have been attacked, and also, in quote, they've been kidnapped by the Nigerian terrorist army. That is exactly what is happening currently now. I am giving you a first-hand information coming directly from the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá. If you go to his S handle, you will get this information. So we are not talking babash here. We're not talking just to chase clout. We are giving you the first-hand information. How did this whole thing start? You were aware of the attack that happened in Obikabia, in Abia State, Aba, Obiengwa axis, where the UGM or non-government by them about 5 soldiers on that axis, just that Obikabia junction. But before then, 2 soldiers also were sent to judgment in that same axis, and 5 were quiet yesterday, and their healers was set ablaze. Now, the norms that we see in Nigeria is that when a crime is being committed against the Nigerian security agencies, what they do in retaliation is to go about arresting and attacking innocent people who have no business or who are not even connected with the attack. This was seen in Okwama community just recently, about a month ago. Also in Ekulobia, this was also seen. Also, there was one that happened where an inspector general of police was spied, around that Mbise axis. And at the end, innocent people were massacred. Innocent people were killed. They kept on arresting, or in quote, kidnapping innocent people. And I made this comment in the morning, and I want everybody to be very careful, especially along that axis, because we know they were going to come. It has happened. They've started picking up innocent people on that same axis. And the message from the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá today is that he is giving them an ultimatum of 24 hours to release those innocent people that they, abducted. And also the people that were attacked. The Prime Minister Simon Èkpá has given them 48 hours to release them, or else he's going to make hell loose. In his words, he said he is going to open the gate of Aba against them. And we know the meaning of that statement. It's a proverb, and then we understand what it means. He is going to unleash terror, and it will be a bigger issue. So I still don't understand where innocent people, will be paying for the crimes of others. You lay your angers against people who are harmless, people who did not commit any crime, people who did not even have any weapon on them. I still don't understand why a security agency that is marked, that is armed, will be attacking an innocent person, beating up an innocent person without even any justification whatsoever. Someone who doesn't have arms is being beaten up by a security agency. This is what we see in this so-called contraption called Nigeria. But the information has been given, and we'll keep on keeping you updated on the issues on ground concerning this, because it is a critical matter. But meanwhile, listen to the voice of the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá.
Hopeless. They make them hopelessness, and you, the young people who wake up to take challenges, responsibility of your parents, who Nigeria has rendered useless, you are our heroes and heroines today. The 30th day of May 2024. For the very first time, the government of Biafra applauds the doggedness, resilience, and your every effort you put to make sure you raise Biafrans from different corners of the world. Everyone can understand that Nigeria not only decayed, but has failed. And of course, we celebrate the failure and the collapsed state of Nigeria because it goes to our advantage. The citizens who care for the environment by properly disposing of garbages in Biafra land and within Biafra territory, you are our heroes and heroine. We celebrate you today. To the healthcare workers in Biafra land, doctors, nurses, midwife, and what have you, who care for the ill, you are our heroes. Because without you, probably Nigeria may have annihilated large number of Biafra people, but we rely on our self-help, which the healthcare workers has contributed one of the most important role in making sure we preserve ourselves and save our generation up to this point. You are our hero. The Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra resistance fighters, the Dragon Marine, Biafra Navy, and all the armed group of the Biafra Defense Forces that have put themselves in the harm way to ensure our safety in Biafra land against a terrorist state of Nigeria. You are our heroes. And today, 30th May 2024, we do not just celebrate those who have fought and died, but we celebrate you who are still alive, standing very tall and still fighting. You are the heroes of Biafra. Those of you who have funded the Biafra Liberation Army from 2021 till date, you are the most important of them all at this present day. You are the most important heroes and heroines of Biafra today. And therefore, we celebrate you on this day, the 30th day of May 2024, specifically and specially. If you have funded the Biafra up to this point, everything happened today is to celebrate you. The Biafra children who assist their friends and colleagues at school, who may be in distress, all of you who showed brotherly love to your friends, relatives at school, you are our hero. Many of you have done that in your early days. And today, the people you help in school has become one of those that is making the Biafra freedom and independence possible today. So, you are our hero. And those of you who still have kids going to school, encourage them to help each other when they are at school and when their friends are in distress, especially in the Biafra land. That particular love is needed at this point. Every cabinet member of the Biafra Republic government in exile, today is your day. As of the heroes of Biafra, we regard you, the cabinet members of the Biafra Republic government in exile, that you are heroes and heroines of Biafra. And today, we celebrate you. Every civil disobedience today is to celebrate you. Those who have left us in the course of this struggle from the Biafra Republic government in exile, today, we use the civil disobedience and every activities today to remember you. Remember your resilience, your support. We also mourn those that have left us. To every Biafran being detained today for Biafra agitation, and those in the dungeon, you are our heroes and heroine. And everything that we do today is to honor you, celebrate you. You will be alive to see Biafra, and you will be free one day. And your continued detention and incarceration will always bring doom to Nigeria. It's our promise. They will never go free by abducting, kidnapping, detaining justly thousands of Biafra, including the leader of the people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The more they detain you, the more Nigeria will face calamity. It's a promise. To those Biafrans that the Nigerian terrorist state has enforced their disappearance from different checkpoints in Biafra land, and we don't even know whereabouts of them today. If you have been kidnapped, disappeared by the actions of the Nigerian terrorist state, you are a hero of Biafra. And today, everything that is being done, everything happening in Biafra land, the civil disobedience is to honor and celebrate your doggedness, resilience up to this point. And those of you that are still alive, where they keep you, you will all be released. And if they fail to release you, Nigeria will continue to face the calamity. So if you're alive, we celebrate you. If you are dead, we mourn you. Those of you, over 30 million Biafrans, who have voted today, because the news coming from the of electoral officials, as we can see, today is the last day of the self-referendum for the first phase. And today we have recorded, within the sit at home from yesterday and today, over 30 million Biafrans has voted. So those of you 30 million Biafrans who have voted in the homeland alone, in this self-referendum, that the first phase ended today, I want to tell all of you, you have demonstrated it in the sit at home since 2021, almost 3 years plus, and again, at the dying minute, you have demonstrated again that the strength of Biafra and the spirit of Biafra is awakened, and every one of you have been possessed. These 30 million people in Biafra land that have cast their vote, you are the heroes of Biafra today, and we celebrate you. The official announcement will be in Finland during the convention. The officials of the Biafra de facto government in the homeland, every person serving under Biafra de facto government, today, for the very first time in the history of Biafra since after the war, the Biafra government recognizes you. And this day, May 30th, 2024, we celebrate every single person serving under Biafra de facto government. You are the heroes and the heroes of Biafra. and this day is specifically for you. I want to make it very clear to the Biafra people that we do not just celebrate the dead, we also celebrate the living. And that is the Biafra we are looking for. That is the example we are going to lay for the people, the younger ones, that they will understand the foundation of the Biafra freedom, that when we are no more in this life, this particular foundation will continue to be very strong as we are building it on solid rock. We will celebrate those that are alive, sacrificing and making things happen in Biafra land, not just only when they are dead. So today, everyone in Biafra de facto government, all the administrators, all the county head, district head, all the secretaries, every person, no matter your position in Biafra de facto government, you are a hero and heroes. And we are keeping record. Every one of you has made a choice to stand up for what is right, to make a positive difference, and to be a beacon of hope for others. Every one of you is a hero. And today, Biafra celebrates you. And among those who have left us and left this world in the process of this struggle for Biafra freedom. We need heroes dedicated to uplifting our nation by fostering meaningful dialogue and not just sharing of and participating in the destructive misinformation practices that create strife, discontent, discord, and hostility in our society and among Biafrans, which the enemy are taking advantage of today. The people we regard as heroes are not those who distract us, not those who come to social media to make libelous claims without any proof. Those who have left the Biafra struggle and now fighting Simon Èkpá as their struggle. You can never be a hero of Biafra. And the type of spirit in you is not what we need in Biafra land. We need dedicated heroes. Our individual actions in our circle of influence, whether it be among friends, families, churches, schools, clubs, and groups, have a profound impact on Biafra as a whole. This is a special appeal for those who have been misled and maybe they are finding it very difficult to come back because they feel they have sinned against God and we may not forgive them. We will forgive you. After Biafra has been restored, we can settle our differences. We cannot allow it to sink into moral, intellectual, social, and economic depression. We must choose to make it better through our daily actions. This Heroes Day of Biafra of 2024, let us not just pay lip service to ourselves and to our nation Biafra and to our government in exile and in the homeland. But let us no longer collectively commiserate about what's wrong with the Biafra liberation, but rather let us resolve to work individually and collectively to create the Biafra we all desperately yearn to see. We have the capacity. We can all be heroes for Biafra. On this note, Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu, Philip Effiong, and all the commanders who fought the Biafra war for 3 years, all fallen heroes of the defunct Eastern Security Network, all present fallen heroes of the BLA, Biafra Liberation Army, all fallen and present heroes of the Biafra Defense Forces, and of course, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have all exemplified what it means to be a hero, and we must reflect often on their legacy, which calls on us to be architects of positive change. the guardians of justice and champions of unity. That's exactly what Biafra government in exile and homeland is bringing to the table. In 2021, we find ourselves facing a very unique set of challenges as Biafra agitation undergoes significant transformation after the abduction, kidnapping, and extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria today. And now we have a government, defense forces, and of course, our communities continue to grapple with issues such as Nigeria state-sponsored terrorism, economic inequality, crime, environmental issues, as well as the access to quality education and healthcare. My fellow Biafrans, I am here to tell you there is hope. As we wrestle with these challenges, good things are also happening. Our liberation is breaking the jinx. Our self-referendum phase 1 has just ended today with over 30 million Biafrans voted. For every bad thing that you see or hear about, there are also many good things. It is up to each of us not to only take note of the good things, but to share the good things that are happening. The fact is that amidst the Nigeria challenges today, Biafra has been able to report the safest place so far within the Nigeria area. And this particular safest place, the credit, honor, praises goes to God. And then to the Biafra Defense Forces. And thirdly, to every person that have funded this liberation since 2021. That is the good news. And it's a fact. While other regions in Nigeria are protesting of hunger, Biafra has remained focused and calm. Even though we have been sitting at home for the past 3 years. Because what we are doing is divine. We have seen the increase of food production in Biafra land as a result of the Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra resistance fighters guiding and making sure that Fulani terrorists did not come, destroy, kill our farmers like they have done in the past. For this reason, we have seen the increase in food production in Biafra land. While others are suffering from hunger, in other parts of Nigeria, Biafrans are eating fat. Though the Nigerian state has used all the media propaganda trying to blackmail the activities of the Biafra Liberation and the Biafra government in exile to no avail. This year, we've seen them sharing flyers of Èkpá, the Prime Minister, telling Biafrans not to listen and believe what Èkpá is doing. Today, again, on this particular holy day, they have also failed. They rolled out military, rolled out armored tanks, rolled out helices, those places where they plan to kill Biafra. The Biafra Defense Forces neutralized many of them. You can see it happening. A significant lower level of crime compared to other regions. That is exactly what the Biafra government in exile has achieved. No Fulani terrorism, unlike other regions of Nigeria, where 500 people are being kidnapped on a daily basis and ransoms are being paid. Many are dead, many are still alive, and their families are looking and searching for them. We also make sure, as they are militarizing the Biafra territory by the Nigerian state, we are also demilitarizing them, de-legitimizing them, making sure that those who are staying in checkpoints and forcing the disappearance of Biafra people will never ever sleep with their two eyes closed. What does all of this mean for you? It means a freedom and more economic opportunities and control of the Biafra territory. We have achieved that even before December 2nd, where the Biafra redeclaration or declaration of the restoration of independence state of Biafra will be announced. It means Biafra government are now in charge. It means also more money to the traders in the southeast and south-south part of Biafra. It also shows that our delegitimization of Nigeria has yielded the desired result. Once Biafra is declared on December 2nd, 2024 and defended, we will build you more government houses where people will have shelter, good shelter, supply water for your communities, improve our schools, build state-of-the-art modern schools and libraries, improve our hospitals, pay our police, teachers, nurses, and workers generally, and make our land more secured. That is the dream of every Biafran, and this is the dream of the Biafra Republic government in exile and the de facto government. On this Heroes Day, the 30th day of May 2024, I encourage each and every one of you to embrace your own heroism and grasp the opportunities before you make any other meaningful change in your life. This particular heroism will shape the future of Biafra and make sure that the heroes past will never regret the action they took in 1967 and of course beyond. And the life of others. I encourage you to believe in yourself, Biafrans, and your ability to make a positive differences. Be a compassionate and empathic toward others. Seek out opportunity to contribute positively to your community and your country, Biafra. And above all, recognize that your own actions, you can transform your Biafra. You are who you are, and you are who you have been waiting to be. Let this Hero Day be a catalyst for a renewed determination. Let us be heroes in our homes, in our churches, in our schools, in our shrines for those who are traditional worshippers, in our workplace, and in our communities. Today, the heroes of Biafra Defense Forces has decimated many terrorist army and still counting. Let us work hand in hand to build a Biafra that continues to shine as a beacon of progress. We have always said that Biafra will be the beginning of the civilization in Africa. Inclusivity and prosperity in Africa. May the indomitable spirit of our heroes guide and inspire us to overcome any obstacle, surmount any hurdle, and continue our journey toward a brighter tomorrow. As we intensify the Biafra liberation, together we must keep on building the forces of Biafra for total emancipation. Happy Heroes Day. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. Bless Biafra land. Bless you, all the media heads, media warriors of the Biafra de facto government and the Biafra Republic government in exile. May God bless the cabinet, ministers, those who have made things happen in this particular phase of the liberation of Biafra. As Nigeria continue to struggle how to solve this mathematics, we will continue to provide solution. Dialogue. You can never defeat Biafra with the barrels of guns. It's impossible. The earlier you realize this, the better for you. Biafra has picking up guns to defend themselves by activating the international recognized self-defense, and nothing will stop them and nothing will make this gun to go down. The earlier you know that dialogue is the solution and the only way, the better for you. We are not also asking and pleading for dialogue, but it has come to the point where we are thinking that maybe many of those who are sponsoring and parading this particular terrorist state of Nigeria, giving them backup, may have lost their senses of reasoning. And Finland will continue to stand by to be a mediator. It's an advice that the Biafra Republic government in exile has given. If you're expecting that I will fold my hand and watch you kill my people, kill women and children in Biafra land without self-defense, you are dreaming. Believe me, we will intensify this particular self-defense, make sure we provide more material, sophisticated weapons for the Biafra Defense Forces to defend our women and children, because nobody will do that for us. If you are yet to be part of the sponsor of the Biafra liberation today, you are missing, and the opportunity is knocking at your door today. Be that particular person that will write your name in the history book. I want to use this opportunity to thank again the 30 million Biafrans that have voted. Those of you who are yet to vote, you will wait. The next phase of the voting will start on the 1st of June 2024 and end sometime August.
Punishment, continued punishment for participating in the war. And in a country where we're all striving to forget the past and move forward to a brighter future, this constant reminder, this constant punishment, this constant reproach inhibited the Igbo through participation in Nigerian body politic. They would like to feel that in Nigeria they could aspire to any position. They would like to feel that there are no limitations to their contributive capacity in Nigeria. They would like to feel that they could be appreciated fully in Nigeria. They would like to feel that they could be honored in Nigeria for their contribution. In short, the Igbo would like to feel that one day an Igbo could become president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In this war, there has been a lot of destruction,
The look on the faces of shop owners and bystanders was that of grim and total dismay. It was a raging fire which began in the middle of the night. The damage was much, shops were razed to the ground, and traders left with only the charred remains of their goods and buildings. Livelihoods lost, and many hopes shattered overnight.
This is my shop here. Look at my shop here. You can see everything here. Look at my goods here. For example, I labor for how many years? Then waste it under a seconds. Look at it here. Yeah? If people will go, they cannot live here with them. They cannot live here with Igbo people. We're all together. Say one Nigeria, one Nigeria. What's the meaning of one Nigeria? They're talking about one Nigeria. But not one Nigeria. Look at what they're doing to us here now. Destroy everything we have for how many years? What has happened for how many years? They destroy it.
It's a well-planned attack. It's not an accident. It's not an accident. It's a well-planned attack. So we want the government to come to our aid to investigate and unravel the mystery behind this. Because last week, they intentionally came. There were 7 with Korugbe and 4 Okadas. They threatened to burn down the market. And they really tried to burn down the market that last week. And they couldn't succeed because we called the police, Tolu police station, and the Tolu police station. They came here and they chased those people away. They couldn't catch any of them. So this week again they tried. And that last week they shot 2 people. They shot 2 people before they left. And this week they have come here and perfected their plan and complete their mission. So what I'm trying to say is that please, we need protection. We are not protected in this country anymore. We don't have commit any crime by being who we are. We are business people. We don't care about what is happening in the country. We are trying to survive.
Lagos State is welcoming to everybody. Nobody has a right to be intimidating anybody in Lagos State. And we are here to stand with the people of this market. And we are going to support them. And as governor of Lagos, I'm going to rebuild this market.
Of Koiki Media and
let us strive to bind up the nation's wounds, to care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and his orphan. Those words of Abraham Lincoln's after the American Civil War are said to be one of General Gowon's favourite inspirations. It's the way he wants to reunite Nigeria. Sadly, after one day's hurried tour of what was once Biafra, it must be said that the reality does not yet match up to the promises the General has made. It's 10 days since Owerri fell to the 3rd Green Commander Division. far from being confined to barracks as ordered, soldiers are everywhere. Resplendent in his superbly polished boots, Colonel Apula Akinrinade dealt with the allegations against his men.
There's no, if they say there's rape or looting or anything like that, this is customary with any war. But this is the barest minimum, and officers and NCOs are doing everything that is humanly possible to stop it.
What action have you taken against it?
Well, a soldier was caught red-handed raping a lady, and he was shot on the spot. He was ordered to be shot by the GOC.
Do you think that's having an effect on your men?
It will have, yes. It will have.
Food supplies have only just arrived in Owerri under the Army's protection and, it seems, sometimes for their use. The Nigerian Red Cross, here represented by an Austrian team, has only 3 trucks to deliver and distribute food to what it fears may be 1 million people in the Owerri area who are in need. Incredibly, the international military observers seemed satisfied that the post-war situation was satisfactory. They appeared not to take the allegations against federal troops seriously.
Have you listened to any accusations of rape and looting? No. None at all? No.
Have been with us today? You've seen no evidence of looting?
I don't know whether it's looting or whether it's somebody that's throwing the stuff away.
Looting and rape?
Beg pardon?
Have you heard anything about rape?
No. I'm sure there has been some.
You heard that officers have been... we're not trying to say that all armies don't do this, Brigadier, but we're simply... I tend to find it rather curious that you tend to deny that this occurs at all, whereas...
I'm not denying that it occurs.
But you don't particularly ask for it, do you? No.
Because I know it occurs.
Yeah, well...
Have you seen anything that differs from what you put in your last report?
No, we've seen no reason to alter our report. There will be additions to it, but not alterations.
What's your impression? It was apparently the Igbo's own fault that they were not being fed.
If the authorities, for example, all the way up and down the road, there are people with, carrying food on their heads. I mean, there doesn't appear to be any restriction of movement in this area.
No.
Why stay here if there's food 5 miles down the road?
The reason is this. If you carry the food while coming out, a hungry man will pounce on you again and take it from you. The whole place will be rowdy.
Go in, if you're going to, I know you've got your problems. I'm not trying to make things easy for you. I'm trying to find what the facts are. I would have said, go in a gang so that you've got protection, go 5 miles down the road and collect your food. Now, if the federal forces say you can't do this, that's another story. But at the present moment, you haven't told me that there's any restriction of food.
They have not done so.
For the lucky few, the federal victory brings no hardship. 10 days ago, Cyprian Ekwenzi was directing Biafran foreign propaganda. Now he stands revealed as a staunch federal supporter.
Quite a large number came from this part of the country, what used to be eastern Nigeria, and particularly many of the senior officers. Senior officers also came from other parts of the country, but from this side, because the people from here, from Biafra, that is the old eastern Nigeria, are very go-ahead people, and a number of them had joined the army in the officer corps, and quite a lot of these were killed during the July pogrom. And I myself, I'm not an Igbo man, but I was to be killed also, and I just managed to escape. And a few of the officers escaped, but very many were killed. Those that were killed came from what was then eastern Nigeria. For instance, Major Rock is not an Igbo man, but he was killed. He was killed in Kaduna. Major Kanam was killed in Lagos, and he is not an Igbo man. And several orders like that. I'm trying to say that the people, the officers killed, came not just from one tribe, but from the eastern Nigeria as it then was. Yes. And so there you are. It was lucky for those of us that escaped.
I september begynte nye store uroligheter I nord, som førte til at mellom 20 og 30 000